Welcome back. Hey look, that guy just used an Estus. He inspired me. I'm gonna have some of my tea. Speaking of tea, I swung by Panda Express today, and while I was there I heard some people talking about their Panda Passion tea, and I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. People like that shit? It doesn't even taste like tea. It tastes like someone had a stale tea bag, steeped it in some water that's been sitting out for about, 3 days, and then they put it in a little dispenser. Like, ugh, this stuff is horrible. It's supposed to be tea sweetened with a dash of strawberry and I don't remember what the other thing was, guava or something like that. Yeah, like I said, it was like the stalest of tea that just, it's like, did you really use dirty dishwater when you steep this? This is horrible. So yeah, there's my critics review of Panda Passion. So let's get back to the action. Alright, so here we are back at the Hellkite. I'm just gazing upon his glorious splendor. All hell Wormkind, or something like that. Damn, he is loud. He is loud. But that's okay. In case anyone's wondering, my neck is still being a bastard. Oh, God. It's not actually my neck that's the problem, it's my shoulder. I have a shoulder injury from, God, how many years has it been? It's around 2009, 2010. I think it was the Christmas season of 2009, if I remember. Yeah, that's right. It was after Thanksgiving, but before Christmas. I had an injury at work that, well, I don't want to go into the details because it's a long story, but the basic gist of it is the nerve cluster in my right shoulder was completely torn free, and that severely limits my range of motion. Problem is every now and then I'll do something that will pull or stretch on a muscle that nerve cluster is still partially attached to, and when that happens, the swelling is just, it's almost like certain muscles are packed in with concrete now, and so if I try to move them, my body lets me know about it. And that's where my neck is right now. It's just sitting there going, ow, I can't really turn too far to the sides. And it's slow to heal because when I sleep, well, I mean, you move around in your sleep. Now when I'm lying there still awake, just trying to get comfortable, yeah, I can be perfectly still and just be like, yeah. But I also know that I'm not going to maintain this position for long. I run up here, I look around, I change my mind. Normally I wouldn't care, but like I said, I'm toying with the idea of farming for those 20k souls, and I think that says 7,000 down there. If it turns out that I go up there and I die in such a manner that I can't get back to those souls, well, then I'm going to have to farm 7,000 souls again, so why bother? But here I decided to be brave. And I made it. I say brave because, well, honestly, I don't know if that guy's going to turn around or not. He could. But he doesn't. At least he hasn't yet. So, yeah, this is my little safe spot. However, I am about to run into a new friend. And by friend, I mean asshole. But these guys are your friends because they're really good to practice moves on if you're, having trouble like I am with parries and backstabs and whatnot. I can't remember at what point he shows up. It's soon. It's within the next minute or two, I think. What I'm doing right here is not the smartest thing to do, actually. There's the staircase over there, and I'm completely ignoring it while I try to get some sexy shots of the dragonkin. And yeah, that's not a good idea because sometimes there are roamers who's ever played an MMO knows about roamers. You know, that raid's going just awesome. You guys are kicking ass for the first time ever and not paying attention to that side door over there, and in come some ads because they add to the encounter. Yeah. Although now that I think about it, if some commercial ads rolled up and just started playing, that'd be kind of cool too. Oh, does anyone else hear that? I hear that. There he is. I don't know what it's called. I mean, he's a knight. This is Lothric, so I've been calling them Lothric Knights, and later on I got some Lothric Knight gear off of one of them, so Lothric Knight. I'm still way too timid to take this guy. Well, wasn't the best timing on my part, but at least I stabbed him. Yeah, see that 1-2 swing is actually a really good time to practice your parries, because you just block the first one and then parry the second. The second's really easy to parry. I'm not going to say it's a sure thing because oh look, he's not stupid. He knows what I'm thinking. He knows what I'm thinking. He's thinking, hey, screw you, pal. I don't know why he ran into this room just to back out. It's like he was just showing me what he thought of my plan. Does anyone else know what my plan is? I'll give you a hint. It involves my new friend up there. Like I said, I'm still way too timid to take this guy. And I don't even know why I'm being timid about it. Oh, look at that. My buddy is more than happy to tap in. But like I said, I don't know why I was being so timid around this guy. But again, that's the thing with Dark Souls, intimidation. That's their number one weapon. Some big burly dude walks in there and you're just waiting for him to kick your ass, and it turns out he's not even all that tough. Like that guy right there, he's not all that tough. I was just stupid. But not as stupid as he was. Ha! But yeah, those Lothric Knights, they're not, well, at least that one in particular isn't all that tough. I guess he's a little bit tougher than the elite knights from the Undead Chapel place were. But they're not that bad. Like I said, they're really good to practice your backstabs and parries on. Hey, look, another broken straight sword. This calls for some more tea. Real tea, not that horrible monstrosity from earlier. I'd call it the piss of Satan, but that's actually Coke. Yeah, that's right, all you Coke fans. Take that, yeah. Ice Cube, 1. Coke fans, nothing. Yeah. Anyhow. I don't actually care if you drink Coke or not. Anyhow. So here we are in this little tower. I looked down at my health, or up at my health, and I thought, yeah, let's do a little miracle. Do a little miracle. Like I said, this guy's like my mystic, my EQ mystic, which is, well, kind of like a herald, really. They're a Malay priest. And I like them. It's not to say that I don't like their spellcasting equivalent, the Defiler, but I do like my Mystic. Wow, I just whiffed hard on this guy. I don't even know what was going on. Yeah, that was just kind of tempted to just go hide in the other room right now so no one can see me. Of course, you guys can't see me anyways, but that's not the point. It's just, I'm ashamed of that. I'm like, what was I doing? But you know, we all have those days where it's just, you don't, you look back and you're just like, what the hell? That was so abnormal. Although it's not really all that abnormal for me. I do screw up a lot when I'm playing these types of games for various reasons. Sometimes I get cocky, sometimes I just don't care. And there's nothing wrong with that. Remember, it's a game. And the primary purpose of a game is to have fun. That's right, not to get good, scrub, or to pwn noobs. No, it's to have fun. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. Me, I just love rolling into stuff and breaking it. See, I'm like glued to that shield. Thing is, I'm trying to follow my own advice. I mentioned a video or 2 or 3 ago that a friend of mine was playing Bloodborne. I was giving her some Bloodborne, not Blorn. She was playing Blood Souls, and I was giving her some advice. And one of the pieces of advice I gave her is don't rush. Don't rush ahead. These games like to punish you for doing that. You know, you don't just blindly run around a corner, because that's when the big troll with the spiked club decides to give you an examination of the proctal kind. And yeah, hey look, Titanite shard, yay. So I've been trying to walk more slowly and stuff. I mean, it's one thing if you cleared the area out. Yeah, just charge through, no biggie, but sometimes, you know, that's not the best thing to do. I remember back when I was playing Dark Souls 1, down in that, you know, little area with the golems and the Hydra. Gotta hate that Hydra. I cleared out the golems. Hydra was still roaming around because I hadn't built up the courage to go face him yet. But I was just running around on the cliffs, and I ran into my first Halberd Black Knight. Wasn't that fun? Wasn't that fun? Scared the hell out of me, actually. Just ran around the corner, there's Black Knight with the Halberd, and he's like, hey, what's up? I said, me, and I ran back up the path as fast as I could, screaming. I got away from him. I was still afraid of Black Knights at that point, because I ran into that first Black Knight down that hallway where you get the, was it the blue tear stone ring, I think it was? And he had just beat my ass so severely that I was afraid of Black Knights for quite some time. Mainly because at that point I hadn't actually really gotten good at parrying yet. And actually, I don't think I'd even tried to parry yet. I was just so confused on the whole timing thing. And one day, I said, you know what? Hey, look, more of those rocks that you can't clamber over. Come on, let's not kid ourselves. We can totally clamber over these things. Come on, From. Come on, you're not even trying. I mean, maybe if there was like a gigantic gaping hole filled with magma, or like some acidic bile, yeah, that would stop you. But just those rocks, no way, no way. Come on. God, you could break both my legs and I could still make it over that. Oh well. But yeah, eventually I finally just realized that I'm being way too timid and I need to practice some of these moves that are going to help me. And I went back and I found that Black Knight with the spear, and I engaged him and he completely destroyed me, and I went back, and this time I realized I'm anticipating rather than reacting. And anticipation's fine when you know what they're capable of. When you don't know what they're capable of, anticipation is a terrible, terrible, terrible thing, because, well, how can you anticipate something if you don't know it exists? You know, what moves does this guy have? I was making stuff up in my head. So I just backed off, watched what he was doing, and took him down pretty easily. And I was like, okay. Anyways, coming up on the break point, so yeah, cut this audio short. I'm back. Actually, it's a little more than a second. It was like 10 or 15 seconds, but whatever. But like I was saying, you know, just once you've taken them on and you're a little more comfortable with them, then I mean, yeah, you can still screw up, and badly, but then it's really your fault. It's hard for something to be your fault when you... Oh, look at that. I hadn't realized that there was a guy there yet, but later on, I noticed that, yeah, he's hanging off the side of the little crenellations. I think that's what those are called, crenellations. Something like that. Anyways. Yeah, it's hard for it to be totally your fault when it's an unknown situation. You know, like this guy right here. You can't prepare for him to turn into a gigantic flaming dragon demon if you don't know that that's something that happens in this game. Now, you can still be on your guard for something to happen, but if there's a specific set of moves that you need to do to avoid that transformation, it's kind of hard to blame you if you, again, don't know the transformation is something that you need to worry about. Taking out those barrels, because that's what I do. And I do it well. I wonder how many people have, like, severely injured themselves trying that in real life. I heard there were some idiots that tried to do the leap of faith from Assassin's Creed, found out that it wasn't necessarily a good idea. That guy over there has a halberd. I'm still a little leery of halberds, because I remember my Black Knight halberd +5. It was such a beautiful weapon. I'm not even a halberd lover, but even I was swayed to the path of righteousness when I first got that weapon. I'm going to completely blame that on EMB, or Marcus, or Epic Name Bro, which is what EMB stands for. I was watching one of his videos, which I recommend. He's got some pretty awesome videos. But anyways, he was talking about it, and he was, actually, I think he was using it in the video I was watching. I was like, you know, I've only used the halberd like once, so maybe I'll give this one a try, because I did actually have a Black Knight halberd, so I leveled up to +5, and I was like, this weapon is awesome! Before that, I was like, we were discussing a possible wedding between me and my Baldur's, what was it, the Baldur side sword, straight sword, the BSS. I love that sword. That was a good sword. That was my go-to weapon. But I tried that Black Knight halberd, did a run through with it, and I was like, yeah, this weapon is just, as Marcus puts it, OP as fuck Black Knight halberd. And yeah, I didn't really see anything to dissuade me. I was like, whoa, that's a good weapon. I miss that weapon. It's not quite as cool as Sedition's Sword of the Blood Moon. But then again, I'm not quite as cool as my Shadow Knight, so, yeah. You know, I just realized I don't even know the name of my Mystic's ultimate weapon. Or rather, I don't remember it. It's not that impressive of a weapon, honestly. It looks like a club that's been bound with iron and snot. Good thing I had my shield up for that. Still took damage, but yeah. This guy's what I like to refer to as an asshole. Stupid Molotovs. Thinking he's all cool. Psh, man. But now we find out just how cool he's not. I said die. Give me those firebombs. Yeah. Just like that. There I go again with my miracle. Uh-oh, I'm almost out of FP. I still don't know what FP stands for. I didn't see anything in the manual, or not manual, the little like early start guide or whatever the hell it's called that the game came with. It's got a digital code for another an e-guide, but haven't used it or anything. But all I saw was FP. I never actually saw an explanation for what FP stands for. I said force points? Yeah, I'm a Jedi. You can't tell, but I'm totally a Jedi. I mean, look at that. Totally a Jedi. Yeah. All I need's a lightsaber. Which would be awesome. Lightsabers make everything better. Tetris with lightsabers would be just amazing. Now, I almost messed up there. It looked like I was going to try stabbing him when he was going back for his stab, but my brain reasserted its authority over my body, and it said, wait for the recoil. Block it, he recoils, stab him. Much safer than trying to beat him to the punch because he's got a dagger. Yeah. Hey, look, it's a mail breaker. I was really excited when I first got this because I was like, yeah, mail breaker, it's a sword. Yeah, not so much. It's kind of like a letter opener of the sword. There I am, with my creative vandalism. Back to the wall. Back to the wall. I'm going to be looking at my weapon for a second, so I don't want anyone sneaking up behind me. It's hard to do when your back's to a wall. Now imagine if they made like a Legend of Zelda like Dark Souls where the wall masters just come out of the walls and kick your ass. That thought just now occurred to me, but that would actually be kind of cool. Although I'm still waiting for my Mega Man Dark Souls, because that would just be awesome. I'm sorry, I don't care what anyone else says. That would be awesome. I would love to walk into a boss room and have Elect Man drop down and fry my ass. And then after I beat him, I unlock the power of lightning-infused weaponry. Although, okay, so if I beat Guts Man, what would I be unlocking there? That's a good question. Well, then again, he is Guts Man, so maybe that would unlock raw infusion. Just the raw, unharnessed power of Guts Man. Speaking of Mega Man, something that always confused me. Well, not really confused me, but I just always questioned it. It's the fact that Iceman isn't weak to Fireman. He's weak to Elect Man. Iceman beats Fireman. In fact, as I remember, it goes, well, this is the way I always did it. Start with Bomb Man, because he was always the easiest one to kill with the Buster. Use Bomb Man to beat Guts Man. Use Guts Man to beat Cut Man. Use Cut Man to short out Elect Man. Use Elect Man to, I don't know, electrify Iceman. Then use Iceman to freeze Fireman, who then trumps Bomb Man. Just thought it was interesting that fire doesn't melt ice. Electricity just electrifies it. It's weird. I don't even know why I brought that up. Just babbling. I do that. That's what this channel's all, well, that's what this series is all about, just babbling. I do notice things like that, though. Some of my friends hate watching movies with me because it doesn't matter if I like the movie or not, I notice things that don't add up. That's just how it is. It's like Witcher 3. I like the game. I do like the game. However, I do not think it is the Messiah that gamers seem to have named it. It got 200 awards, and I'm thinking, okay, sure, I would give it an award for the music. The music's great. The voice acting is top-notch. You know, the setting is just amazing. But there are other things that they're lacking in. Like, people talk about their attention to detail. Yeah, it does have a lot of attention to detail, but you also have to balance it with the glaring details that don't add up. Like, when you reach the point in Novigrad where the Eternal Flame has stepped up their efforts to stamp out the magic users. You know, you see the guard harassing citizens all over the place now. At one point, there was a pair of guards, or I should say there were a pair of guards, and they were harassing this guy, asking where he was from and what his profession was and all that. And he said, you know, he's from Velen. They're like, oh, Velen's a place filled with superstition and with witchcraft. And he's like, oh, there's nothing witchcrafty about me. I'm a logger. Well, I have no idea why you came here. Novigrad has no use for loggers. What? What about the sawmill right outside the front gates? You have no use for loggers, but you have a sawmill right outside the city walls. That's not attention to detail, that's just stupid. It's like, yeah, they do have some good detail, but they also have some poor detail. You know, it's what I like to refer to as half-assed detail. It could also be a situation where they have a person working on one region and another person working on the next region, and they didn't compare notes. You know, there was another MMO I played, EVE Online. It was a long-standing joke that they had two people who designed all the Caldari ships, and they were never allowed to talk to each other because the Caldari ships are very asymmetrical. You'll have, you know, like a TIE fighter on one half of the ship, and the other half is an X-wing, and you're just looking at that thing going, why did they do that? And that's the kind of thing that you run into when you have these games with these huge teams. I mean, back in the old days, when you have like 4 or 5 people working on a game, it's hard to make that kind of mistake because you guys are all talking about it. Oh yeah, make sure that you do this, because remember, this is a griffin area. Where do griffins live? They live in the highlands, so if I go into the griffin zone and it's, you know, a marshy swamp, I'm going to be scratching my head going, huh? You know, like, it's just one of those things. And unfortunately, with the way the industry is today, that problem is a lot more common because developers, they don't really proofread their work, so to speak, but instead they rely on graphics as the cure-all. I don't have a problem with good graphics. Believe me, I love good graphics. But I don't want graphics at the expense of gameplay. You know, I mean, look at this game that I'm playing right now. These walls are just, you know, they're plain stone walls, but they look really good. You know, they put a lot of attention to detail to having some of them, you know, crumbling. You got some mortar scraped onto one over here, it's like a quick patch job, that sort of thing. It's great, but now just imagine for a moment if the entire game took place inside that room that I just ran by, and that's the whole game. Not much of a game. I don't care how good the wall looks. I mean, you could go all 3D and shit with your Oculus Rift, and it's still just a room. You know, 3D Pong is still just 2 paddles batting at a ball. I prefer it when they're straight up about their flaws. You know, they admit, yeah, we kind of screwed up. Don't make stupid excuses, and don't tell transparent lies that anyone can see through, because that I find that insulting. It's like, have a little bit of respect for your customers, please. You know, we're the ones paying your bills. But here we are running around here. This was the point where I actually decided, okay, enough's enough. I am going to farm for that key, because I'm also going to die. Although looking at the time we have left, I don't think I die in this video. God, I'm having a great time talking today. I don't think I die by the end of this video, but I do die shortly after, because one of those assholes over there, I think it's the guy standing up, turns into one of those big scary thing. He turns into Oil Man, and I don't have Fireman's power to burn him out. Sorry. I know. I should have picked a different robot master to start with, but yeah, we're coming up on the end of the video. We got less than a minute to go. Yeah. Not a whole lot to talk about in that amount of time. Here I am, climbing down the ladder. Yeah, the thing about these guys that transform is once you've actually kind of picked out where they are, they're easy to deal with. Kill them before they transform. Just run up and kill them. I can't confirm it because I haven't tried, but I think they're weak to fire, so firebombs probably work pretty well on them too when they're transformed. But hey, why let them transform? Kill them first. Anyways, just about out of time, so I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, and